Oh, there's that bright light. Oh man, Frank, good morning.
Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning, Frank. Wednesday, hump day. Here we go. Off and running. March is almost over.
March is marching right along.
It is, without even, and it blinks. Hi, Nadia, good morning. Yeah, it certainly doesn't blink, it just keeps going. No, it blinks, 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 blinks. Um, so much, a lot going on, right? So, been praying for all those in Baltimore, but we we carry on because of our love for God and our faith in God and our continually, well, I mean, I hope we all, even if it's just even if you're in your car, vehicle, truck, whatever you're driving, and you can just tell God, God, thank you, I love you. Be grateful, right? But always being thankful because that's like a prayer, and that keeps us in that continually praying kind of thing. And but um, God's perfect will is He's got a will. He has a purpose for all of us. Um, in Romans 12, verse 2, Frank, it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, to this age, fashioned after and adapted to its external, superficial customs, but be transformed, be changed by the entire renewal of your mind, by its new ideals and its new attitude, so that we may prove for ourselves that what is the good and acceptable and perfect will of God, and even the thing which is good and acceptable and perfect in His sight for us." I've said before, God's grace is greater than any of our failures. It is so much greater. But boy, does He love us, Frank. And He's got a great plan for us. But that plan will never, ever work if we don't continually be thanking God and trusting in Him and His plan for us. And of course, that involves where He's wait on the Lord. Well, I mean, waiting on the Lord, in my view, Frank, tell me if you have another thought on that. But my waiting on the Lord is we get up every morning and we do this because what are we doing? We get up and we get in the Word, and we looking and searching for something that's encouraging and uplifting, or will cause one to think, and that's what I'm very most hopeful about, is thinking about your own life and where you're heading, and are we on the right path with God? That's how I feel about waiting on the Lord. But certainly I can tell you this: doing this in the morning, well, what it will do also is help us, well, what's said, renewing our minds and making sure that our thoughts and thinking is proper and going well. And that's what I think about that, Frank. We get new attitudes, new mindsets, attitudes. Boy, the attitudes can go in one way or another, but I hope our attitudes are good. Anyway, I love coffee in the morning, Frank. Frank,
Yes, Patrick.
what do you have to say to what I just said? Anything?
Patrick, funny you should ask.
I love that phrase.
I, there's several meanings to the word wait. And one way that I think that we wait upon the Lord is to be quiet and let the Lord speak. But there's another meaning as well. And that's like when you're waiting tables. What you do is you serve the customers.
Amen.
You go up, you get up, and you work, and you work hard, and you go to every table and you ask, what do you need? What do you want? You take their orders. And then if you're waiting tables in a restaurant or a dining room, you simply turn the orders in, and then you bring the food to the table. And when we serve God's people, when we get up and serve God's people, we are serving God. We are waiting upon the Lord. So I think both of those words are real good words to practice. To wait for God to speak, to wait in patience and silence and prayer. And the other is to get up and get moving and help his people. Help those babies in the hospital.
Amen
help
to
those
that.
people. Help those people in Eldoret, Kenya. Brother Edward, God bless you. You're a
Love you,
faithful
Edward.
man, and we love you. And
We love supporting Edward.
and our friends, you know, that just hit that like button and love button and send a little love back to us. They're
Oh,
waiting
I
on the
love that.
Lord too, because we need it too.
Oh, do we
So,
ever?
if we all wait on the Lord, let the Lord speak, be quiet and let him speak, and then get up and do his will. That's what I think, Pat.
Well, Frank, why don't you ask me what I think of that?
What do you think of that, Pat?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Frank. Because what I think is, amen, Brother Frank. I love your wisdom. I always do.
Amen,
God
Brother
bless
Pat.
you, and God bless all of you, and let this day be filled with love, kindness.
Go with love. Amen.